Have you ever looked at a franchise like a kids' language school and just wondered, how does that actually work? Like, what are the real numbers? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the entire business model of a Kids&Us school right here in Poland. We're going to break it all down, from the absolute best case scenario all the way to the profit you make from just one single student. No confusing jargon, I promise, just simple, clear numbers. Let's start with just one number, 960. Now, what is this? This isn't some random average. This is the absolute maximum number of students that a standard Kids&Us school is built to handle. It's the full potential, the top of the mountain. And understanding this one number is the key to unlocking the whole financial picture. So, to really wrap our heads around this, we're going to start with what I call the dream scenario. We're not talking about year one or average numbers just yet. This is about what's possible if your school is running at 100% capacity. Every seat filled, every hour booked. So how in the world do we get to a number like 960? Well, the math is actually way simpler than you might think. You start with a typical school, which has 5 classrooms. Now, each class can hold up to 8 kids. So right there, that's 40 kids every single hour. If you run classes for 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, yep, including Saturdays, you multiply all that out and you land right at 960 students. See? Pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's the how many. But what about the money? What does that maximum capacity look like in terms of revenue? Well, if each of those 960 students is paying a monthly fee of around 400 Polish zloty, you're looking at a potential monthly revenue of a whopping 384,000 Polish zloty. That's your top line number in the stream world. But of course, revenue is just one part of the story, right? You've got costs. So you take that big number and you start subtracting the essentials. Things like paying your teachers, your rent, your staff, and of course, the 14% franchise royalty. After all that, you could still be left with a potential monthly profit of over 269,000 PLN. I mean, wow, this really shows you the incredible power and potential built into this model when it's at full steam. All right, that big picture view is amazing, but let's be real. You don't start with 960 students on day one. A great school is built one student, one family at a time. So let's zoom all the way in. Let's figure out the most fundamental building block of this entire business, the actual profit from a single student. To do that, we're going to introduce a concept called the magic number. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. It's actually super simple. Think of it like this. For every student who signs up, this is the amount of money left over from their fee that you can use to pay your school's big bills. You know, the rent, the director's salary, all that stuff. It's the core contribution of each student. It might sound like some kind of financial wizardry, but I promise you the calculation is incredibly easy. Let's just walk through it together right now. So we start with the average monthly fee a parent pays, which is 400 PLN. Now, 2 main costs come directly out of that. First is that 14% royalty fee, which works out to 56 PLN. The second is the teacher's salary for that student's class time, which on average is about 49 PLN per student per month. And when you do that simple subtraction, there it is. Our magic number is right around 295 PLN. Seriously, remember this number. It's the economic engine of your entire school. Every single student who walks through that door brings in 295 PLN each month to help pay the bills and eventually to build your profit. Okay, so now that we have our magic number, we can use it to answer the single most important question for any new business owner. How many students do I actually need to make this thing work, to be profitable? Let's map out that realistic path to profit. This is it. This is the question that's on every new franchisee's mind. Forget the dream scenario for a minute. What's the real-world milestone? How many of those magic numbers do you need to stack up before the business can stand on its own 2 feet and stop costing you money? And the answer is approximately 200 students. This is the key target. For most new schools, hitting this number is the main goal, and it usually happens sometime in the second year of operation. This is the break-even point. This is when the school officially starts paying for itself. So let's look at how the math works out. You take those 200 students and you multiply them by our trusty magic number, 295 PLN. That gives you a total of 59,000 PLN coming in to cover the big bills. And guess what? That perfectly covers the estimated 59,000 PLN in monthly fixed costs, your rent, staff salaries, marketing, and so on. The net profit is 0. You've officially broken even. And the power of hitting this break-even point is just incredible. Think about it. With 199 students, your school is still technically losing a little money. But the moment you enroll student number 201, everything changes. That student's entire magic number, that whole 295 PLN, goes straight to your bottom line as pure profit. And so does every single student after that. It's a total game changer.
So, you've hit break even. The school is paying for itself. That's a huge milestone. But how do you turn that into real, lasting success and growth? Well, the secret to that lies in one final, absolutely critical number.
And here it is, student retention. On average, a well-run Kids&Us school keeps about 85% of its students from one year to the next. Now, this isn't just some nice little statistic. It is the absolute engine for long-term growth and healthy profits. Just think about the compounding effect here. In year one, you grind it out to get those first 200 students and break even. It's tough work. But because of that amazing 85% retention, you get to start year two with 170 students already signed up. That means you are profitable from the very first day of the new school year. By year three, you could be starting with over 250 students, giving you this massive head start and a much, much healthier business. And this really gets to the core of it. The real magic in this business model isn't about one good month or one good year. It's about how a successful school literally builds on itself. That high retention means you start every single year in a position of strength, already profitable, and ready to focus on growing, not just surviving. So, when you look at it, the financial model is solid. It's been tested and it's proven. It lays out a clear path from starting out to breaking even, and then to building a really stable, profitable business. The numbers make sense. So the final question really isn't about the model at all. It's about you. Are you ready to build the community that brings all these numbers to life?